Hey, what's good, y'all? It's C. Will, and this is the Passive Income Network. On this podcast, we talk about assets that produce passive income. On this episode, we got a special podcast feature with a friend who's been on the show a few times. I'm very excited. My crypto bro, Bilal. What's good, Bilal?
Hey, see, Will. Always good to talk to you. How are you doing, my friend?
Excellent, excellent. I got a big smile because a great fan's back on the show. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yes, so much to talk about, and I'm very excited for my audience who has seen you before, but also for the new ones that just subscribe to the channel. So, what we want to do first is, can you tell the people who you are and what you're building?
Yeah, so who I am. I was a philosophy teacher for 14 years.
Yep.
And when I discovered blockchain, I said, and especially Algorand, I was reading the white paper and I was first in VeChain and then supply chain was interesting to me
Hmm.
since that day. And then when I saw Algorand, I saw, oh, we can not only build supply chain, but everything in there. That's how I switched from VeChain to Algorand, and then I started as an ambassador when they launched in
Yep.
2019. And
OG.
yeah, I've seen many communities on Algorand, like the
Uh-huh.
first old school, like the first members, the old CEOs,
Yep.
and the team has changed and the community has changed. Now we have a new kind of community.
Yeah.
Every deep, we
Yep.
have to build a new community. So
Yes.
yeah. So I've launched a Fame token. It was in 2021, like March, like 2 years ago.
Yeah. 2 years. Yeah.
2 years ago. And yeah, it's funny because I just wanted to. There was no DEX, there was no like exchange, nothing, no bridges, nothing. So I just wanted to create a community coin to get it to the hands of the community. So
Hmm.
I started at that time. I did it manually. So I just sent 10 fame to like 750 people, and
Crazy.
so it was like 7,500 fame, like given one by one to every community member. I checked the Twitter account, the wallet, etc. You can still find the Twitter about it, and and then it was it. It was 750 people at the time in 2021.
Yeah.
That was it. Like that
That's
was the whole
huge.
community.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Because
and
I
then I
remember that's
saw.
that's when I met you around that time.
Yeah, exactly. Did you receive a bag of 10 fame?
No, no, I won fame in the contest.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
and
Yep.
then that's what happened. Then there was like 2,500 left, and I said, yeah, maybe I should put a vote on the community. How much should I get? And it was like 200, 400, 600. The
Hmm.
community voted for. I think they voted for 600,
Hmm.
and I continue to give tokens to my friends, like community, because it was randomly given the first time.
Yep.
And then for the 2000 left in the wallet, like the creator's wallet, I thought, what should I do with it? So I decided to make those challenges. You remember?
Yep.
So the art and
Music.
ethical challenges.
Yep.
And you won the second one, like the music challenge. Oh, you need to put the song more often.
I
Like
know,
this
you
song
know
is the
what?
best. Come
I
on.
got a new song that I'm gonna drop, and I do mention
Oh,
fame in it as well.
oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
yeah,
I said
yeah.
transparency when I'm talking fame.
That's so cool. So
Yeah,
the
yeah. I
yeah,
always keep fame around.
it's so cool. Yeah, and those challenges went on for 2021.
Yep.
And 2022, we tried to do some kind of like DAO, but based on people with elections. And it didn't go so well
Yeah.
because it was like, it maybe it's my fault. Yeah, surely it's my fault. And many things didn't go well in terms of elections.
Hmm.
People like gaming the election, like creating many profiles in different various platforms. So I just thought maybe we should do a proper DAO.
Yep.
And that's how I started building and thinking about how to have a proper DAO on Algorand. And it's been difficult, like to be honest. I've
Yeah.
worked with many people on in the ecosystem, and finally, I found the right people.
Hmm.
And now we are actually releasing the DAO very soon, by the end of this month on testnet. So you
Testnet.
can
Okay.
vote with the Fame token for many kind of decisions, but you can also manage a community fund. That's the
Hmm.
idea.
Oh,
Yeah.
excellent. That sounds dope.
Yeah.
Can we
And
hop in? Can we
yeah.
hop in and tell the folks too about the initial situation at Fame Farm? So we started a Fame Farm in Nigeria. Can you just speak on how that experience went
Yeah.
and just let the audience know because that was more of experimental and I
Yeah.
thought it was successful.
Yeah, it was in 2021, around your time when you won the challenge for music, there was a
Yep.
challenge for ethics. And the first challenge, ethical challenge, was about food security.
Hmm.
Like how can we fight hunger? There was this guy called, he had a project called Potato Coin. Maybe you remember
I
that?
do remember Potato Coin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
potato coin. So he used to buy potatoes in Chicago to give it to food banks around Chicago, and then he went to many cities. So it was great. So he was participating against a guy I didn't know. He received 10 fame and he wanted to participate called Kingsley.
Yep.
And and he told me, yeah, what can I do? The misery here is huge. Like he showed me videos and
Yep.
photos, and he told me the situation here is very bad. What can I do? And I thought maybe you can try to have a small farm to produce food. I don't know. I had no idea. And a farmer from Australia, I forgot his. I think it's
Oh,
Jamie.
yeah, he was teaching them how to
Yeah,
yeah,
you
yeah.
remember?
I do remember. Yes, yes.
So a
Wow.
farmer from Australia and a farmer
Yeah.
from the US
Yep.
were in the
Coaching
Discord
him. Yep.
teaching him how to produce tomatoes. And I found it fascinating because he really made a big difference on the ground. Like he produced a lot, too much tomatoes.
Yep.
Even in you, if you find him on Twitter, his name is Kingsley,
Yep.
and he's and he started producing tomatoes. He didn't even sell them; he just gave them, and he didn't know what to do with it really.
Yeah.
And from there, I thought it's hard because when you have tomatoes, you cannot like it's hard to sell. Even if you produce, it's hard to
Yeah.
sell. And I thought there is a problem here from him, and
Yep.
he told me about it. How can I sell it now? So I thought maybe an app with payments included could help, like a marketplace for smallholder farmers. And that's how the idea started from this second ethical challenge back 2021. And then in 2021, what happened is that the president of Nigeria he banned Twitter in Nigeria. Maybe you
Oh,
remember that.
I do remember that. Yeah, people had used VPNs and
Exactly, yeah. And
yeah, yeah, that
he
made it
was out of
difficult.
the community. He
Yeah.
was so that's when I went to Nigeria to Kingsley's farm. So we helped with the water. We put the water there, and we helped with the cleaning the land
Yeah, that's
and
when
the
they had
water.
the water metal
Yeah, yeah.
sterilizer. Yeah.
I couldn't believe the guy, to be
Yeah.
honest. Like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah, that's a real thing. It blows my
but
mind.
we found water. Like we
Yep.
literally found a huge fountain on the ground, and there is water on the ground. That's the problem with
Hmm.
Africa. We have plenty of water, but it's deep.
Under. Yeah, under the ground.
It's
Yeah.
deep, like 100 meters, 60 meters. We had to dig 60 meters to get the water. So we got the water, and but then it was broken. There were some problems with the pump. Like it was messy, but when I went there, I met a few developers, like Algorand developers, ambassadors,
Hmm.
like P. Charles, Razak, like my team right now, P. Charles and
Yep.
Razak mainly. You remember we had a call with them.
Yeah, we did a live stream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from Akure. Yeah, it
Yep.
was
Yep.
great. So
Yes.
cool.
Yes. Okay.
And
So
we started building the app, social
yeah,
app,
yeah, been
enterprise.
doing the thing.
Yeah,
So there was two more places you went recently. I'm kind of jumping around a little bit.
yeah, yeah,
Can we talk about Kenya first? Because
yeah.
I thought that was amazing. You was posting all your videos, showing people driving around and meeting the community. Can you talk about what was going on in Kenya?
So yeah, the Fang project is not only about the app or the token is something, is a community token. The app
Yep.
is another thing. It's a marketplace for farmers with different services. But the third part is the real world grassroots work we have to do on the ground because the farmer will not believe you on anything. You have to
Yep.
prove. So that's what I have been doing. We need to prove in Nigeria with Kingsley. We need other farmers. We work with other farmers in Nigeria. We need to prove in Kenya because those are the biggest country in the world. Like in terms of agriculture, you have Brazil, Nigeria, and Kenya. Those
Oh
are the biggest.
wow. I didn't
So
know
you go
that.
there, yeah, you go there. And we have to prove to the farmers that this can work. If you remove the middleman, you can earn more. But you have to prove it. They will never believe you because it's easier for them to sell to the middleman because he just comes with the truck. He charges the truck, like he put everything on the truck and he disappears, like giving like very like one third of the value of the production in average.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah, and that's the shame globally. It's like being a farmer. Like farmers are the biggest community of workers in the world. If you have to draw an average human, he's a farmer,
Mm.
and no one cares about them. So this is the number one job in the world, farmers and
And
families
I would
around
say
them.
it's the most important,
It's
one
the
of
most
the most
important.
important, because it's like food. Like, what are we
And
gonna do with
we eat many times a day, right? We don't know what we're
it?
eating, which is insane. So
Yeah.
when I went there, I said, okay, we need to have a farm in every country we really work with. So in farm in Nigeria, at least one farm in Nigeria, one farm in Kenya. So I went there with my friend Mokua, and we are renting a farm for 2 years. And
Nice.
in this farm, we want to prove, and he is an agronomist, so he can educate the community about agriculture, what to grow, how to do it, how to build organic products
Yep.
without harming the environment. So, so he's been teaching the community there and also proving by growing crops himself in a certain way, like processes. I'm not a farmer, so he is the advisor there for the
Yep.
community. And same thing in Tanzania. So the idea is really to have these farms running. So we have a farm now. We are doing yellow beans in Kenya. We are doing bananas. I'm very excited about the bananas. Actually, bananas in Tanzania near Kilimanjaro. It's like a paradise there.
Oh,
It's
by
incredible.
Kilimanjaro.
I
Oh,
told you to come with me. Like,
I
are you
know.
a
I
runner?
didn't get to make it, man. I got a lot of stuff going on with the
Yeah, yeah.
fam. One
I'm going
day,
back in October. You need to come in
you said
October.
October.
Yeah,
Oh man,
end of
yeah.
October I go back there, and we're gonna
I
check
love
with
the
the
way you live in
community.
life too, by the way. So shout out to you.
Thanks.
Yeah, yeah, straight up. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
continue.
Yeah, so basically, in Kenya is a bit in Kenya and Tanzania is two pilot. The Kenya pilot is farm plus a house where we can stay.
Okay.
For instance, if you want to come to Kenya, we have the house there. We can host 6 people. We can all go together as a group, as a community, to help the farmers and work with them on the land.
Hmm.
That's one idea,
Yep.
and that's what I did in Nigeria, and that's what I want to do in Kenya as well. Tanzania is another idea. Is the the idea is to have the shop itself, like to rent a shop in a city called Arusha, which is a big city for tourists
Okay.
going to climb the Kilimanjaro mountain. It's the highest mountain of Africa. So it's very touristic. So the idea is to have our own shop where we sell the bananas that we produce
To tourists, to the
to
locals.
tourists.
Yep.
Yeah,
Tourists.
like
Okay.
retail quantities, small quantities, but higher price. And if you can prove that it's a working business model to the community of banana producers around us, because we have the land in the middle of the banana producers in the valley, they will see that there is a way to squeeze the middleman. And
Mm.
when we prove that, the clients can pay with the Fame app directly from us, from
Yep.
the producers, and we will encourage them and also invest in their shops if they decide to follow the model. So the model in Kenya is more touristic, like ethical tourism. The model
Okay.
in Tanzania is more removing completely the middleman for products. Because the real problem is the cartels of markets in Africa. Every market is managed by a cartel of people managing every bag that is entering the market, and they take like 80% of the profits.
Oh
So when
wow.
you are a farmer, you get robbed by the first wholesaler, and then this wholesaler gets robbed himself by the market. So you have different layers. So the
Yeah.
idea is to have your own shop, like Fame shop, in the center, city center, where we can directly take the product ourselves, even if we have to rent a truck or some
Yes.
motorcycles with the box behind, like from the land to the consumers directly. and to
Yep.
promote it in the Fame app. Because another problem in Africa, not only in Africa, in the whole world, in developing countries, even in Europe, farmers have problems promoting their products.
Hmm.
They don't use internet, they don't use anything yet. It's coming, but they have social apps sometimes. Few of them use Instagram to promote their products. But usually what they do, they just go to the border of the road with a table
Just stand there.
and they
Yeah.
stay there all day. On the social app, they have a phone. They use a social app, but not the right one. And they just wait there, and sometimes they send their kids, their like family, wasting their time. So the idea is to change this to give them the platform to promote their product that is global.
Yeah. That's amazing. Big shout out to you and everyone who's been supporting this. Again, I always feel like I always tell you this is great work and it's positive.
Thanks.
Let's talk a little bit more now about the Fame app and how blockchain, Algorand, and all that is integrated into it for the crypto bros here.
Yeah, so the Fame app today is just a marketplace, a social marketplace. They call it a social
Social
marketplace
marketplace. Okay.
because you can connect with the idea is to reconnect the producers to the consumers through a social interaction. Why? For two reasons. First, it brings responsibility to the producer. Like if he mess up and if he poison people with chemicals in his food, he will be called out,
Yep.
and people will know that he's a bad producer. So responsibility and transparency for the consumer. Because now with such an app, you can literally see the grain change into food through time.
With the updates.
Yeah, yeah. He just need to create posts himself, even though at the beginning they won't be professional, they won't be good,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
at least you will see how the food has been done, like Kingsley did. You remember
Yes.
what he did? He just took pictures of the every step that he was following. And if we have that for every food we eat, that's a huge revolution around the world. Like for instance, I don't know what you had for food like before, but do you know where the grains come from? No one knows. Like
We have
no one
no
knows. It's a
idea.
global
Listen,
market.
especially in the US, man, we don't know
Oh
none
yeah,
of
you have no chance to know.
no chance. Like the way we try to do, at least for me and my wife, we try to buy organic, but you can't guarantee all of that is
Yeah, that's the thing.
clean, is fresh. And the best thing that we have is local markets. Like you said, the farmers bring
Exactly.
their and they do the weekend markets,
And
which I
that's what
can't.
that's the way.
Yeah, and we need a lot more of those.
Yeah, and
Yes.
you know the weekend market, like that's the thing. That's what I'm doing in France because in
Yeah.
France I have the support of the city here.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
I'm a
France
part
is
of the
great.
province.
They're really good at all that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
France for agriculture, they are number one in the world in terms of processes, like checking points.
Yes.
They're doing the best.
Man,
That's the
my experience out there when I just had, fresh fruit and orange juice from the markets, I was just like, oh man. Oh, I was like, y'all, oh, I love it. I love the healthiness and the culture, the walking,
yeah.
the activity, all of that contributes to a healthy, happier person.
And that's
Man.
what we all need to do. Like, how
Yeah.
can we neglect what we are eating? We are poisoning ourselves and our kids every
Yes.
day with this industrial complex of food. But when we just need to, what happened in France, like for instance, my neighbors here, they go to the farms to buy their products. Like you can
Mhm.
just go to the farm, and yet
Directly.
they don't have an app, so they pay and they don't know when they can go, and the farm cannot promote it. So you have to know the farmers. But if I go with them and I show the app to the farmers, and actually they are interested. They are sending me like all the farmers they're working with, so they can just promote their product, their farms. They can
Yep.
promote themselves as farmers, so we trust them, and then we
Yep.
can just text them on the app and pay from the chat. And actually, we are on mainnet. I haven't said it, but we are now on mainnet.
Saying that it is. Congrats.
So basically, anyone in the Algorand ecosystem can just go to his farmer, tell him, "Hey, this is the Fame app to promote you as a farmer. Use it as a social app. We are trying to make it as easy to use as possible. No blockchain knowledge needed. Like
Yep.
we abstract away every complex stuff from the usability. We still have work to do, but I think now it's already usable. And he can just take pictures of his product, put the price, the quantity, the location. Actually, the location is automated.
Yep.
You click on the post, you chat with him, and you pay from the chat. And you can pay with Algo and to buy any kind of food. Algo, Fame, USDT, USDC. So we have the two stable coins. In case one of them dropped, it's
Hey,
destroyed
one
by the
might.
SEC.
Yeah, one definitely might do that.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say, yeah, that's cool. And we're gonna continue to, follow this information and watch it grow over time. I'm like, this is what year 3 now, basically.
Yeah.
And yeah, and it's just happening. I can see it blowing up more. Speaking of Algorand now, let's talk a little bit about Algorand community. Fame and Coop tokens been going crazy.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's cool. Actually, I went crazy when he did that because when I launched Fame Token many years, like 2 years
Yep.
ago now, and I wanted to give everything, like the 10,000 tokens to the community, but I just stopped because there were no community members
Yeah,
left.
yeah. It was
There
too
were just
small.
750.
Yeah.
But he what he did is amazing because
Smart.
he showed that selflessness is the real value of decentralization. Like you need to show selflessness and you need to remove yourself from the token as a token creator. Like Satoshi did a little bit, but he still keeps 1 million Bitcoin. don't
Yeah.
don't forget that.
He keeps it.
So the
Yeah.
fact that he removed himself from the tokenomics and there is no tokenomics, which is the best thing to do. And of course, he can buy after. I don't think he will buy, but people can buy afterward. But that's the market. So
Yep.
there might be some whales coming in the future, but at least at the beginning there was a fair distribution. And I think that's what I tried to do with Fame, and that's what he did at the higher level.
Yeah,
Because
yeah. With more tools and time later.
yeah, yeah,
So Algorand basically has, I'll say, 2 really good community tokens: Fame tied to the Fame app, times the farming and food, and big tied to Africa or the developing
yeah.
economies, right? Then we got Coop coin, a fully distributed. It's a meme kind of as well, right? But
Yeah,
it
I think
is
it's a community coin. I don't like
community.
meme, but he can be a meme because
Yeah,
he is very
he can be a
charismatic,
meme.
so he can carry this load. It's
Yeah,
hard, Pepe Coin, the founder of Pepe Coin.
yeah.
I don't think he can carry the load and to be charismatic enough to
No,
really represent a community. But I think Coop
he
is a
has it.
really incredible guy.
Yeah,
And I think he can carry this token as the founder for years. I think he has this charisma. That's why when I saw it and I saw the distribution, I immediately FOMO'd in and I bought. I think I
I
bought
should.
200,000 of them
Oh
or
wow.
more.
Yeah.
But I put them in the liquidity pool for Fame because, of course, if I sell, that's stupid to do. So I didn't want
Yes.
to
Yes.
sell. So I just put it to the Fame Coop and now the Coop Fame liquidity pool is bigger than the Algo Fame liquidity pool,
I
which is
know it's
insane.
kind of
It's
crazy.
bigger. It went like 10x, or I don't know. I don't even
Yeah.
know.
Amazing. But again, though, when we talk about the power of blockchain and decentralization, these are some of the things that I did really love Algorand for,
Yeah,
because it is simple to create something and then distribute it out to the community.
yeah,
And then, like we're seeing with the KuCoin, people can make their own decisions. Do we want to bridge
exactly,
it? Do we want to like X the market? Shout out to them. Do we want to accept it for NFTs? Like, there's a
exactly.
lot you can do there, and I'm happy that this did happen. First, I was like, oh my god, what is another meme? But now seeing it evolve, I think is really positive, and
Yeah.
never know what's going to happen next.
And I think the most important aspect of a coin is its distribution.
Yes.
Like that's why I distributed Fame that way. It was before DeFi, but I wanted everyone to get 10 Fame, and like he did the same thing, but like he pushed it further.
Yeah,
When the
with more
distribution
people.
is good, when the decentralization of the token is good, there is no VC,
No
etc.
whales, no
No
true
whales,
whales. Yeah.
but whales will come afterwards.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like for Fame.
Yeah.
Now, like recently, a guy bought 400 Fame. He
Mm.
became a whale, but that's the market. Now
Yeah,
get
yeah, and
another
I
guess.
think it's more fair that way. Like, I'm gonna have to become a whale for Fame and Coop.
You just need to add the liquidity pool,
Yeah,
and
just
that's
leave
the
it in
that's the
there.
biggest, that's
Yeah,
the good one.
yeah, yeah. So
But
I love it. So back to Bilal and Fame. What can we get next from y'all? what else is happening, and anything you would like to share to the audience?
Yeah, so Fame is basically we're trying to make it as simple as possible to be a gateway to blockchain without understanding blockchain.
Yep.
So it's basically, I know it's hard to build a social app, but we have very talented and smart people in Nigeria that are doing the work on the ground. Like we
Yes.
have now 2,000, like almost, I can tell you the number. I think we are approaching 2,000 users in Nigeria alone.
Hey, in Nigeria
Yeah,
alone? Oh
yeah,
man, where my
mostly in Nigeria,
where my
Kenya
sound?
and Nigeria.
Yeah, my sound button. I should be clapping right now. I can't
Thank
find
you.
it. But yeah,
Yeah, so
man.
we have 1,800 people in the app
Yeah.
because we are going in the markets. We are going to talk to the farmers. We're talking to students. Where I went to Kenya to talk to the university students of Kabyanga for farming. So we met the young farmers, the young IT students,
Nice.
and we have users because they know that they need to remove the middleman. Everybody understands that, and we need to recreate this bond between the producer and the consumer to eat healthy, and also to make sure everybody is held responsible for what they produce. And so we're working on the Fame app, but the Fame app will give many products because we are also working on a DAO for
Hmm.
more than a year, actually.
Hmm. Yeah.
So
I
the
think last
DAO,
time you came on, we were talking about the DAO. I
yeah.
don't know, maybe 5 months ago or so.
But now we automated everything.
Yeah.
Basically, you will be able to vote on the management of the liquidity pool token that we have from the creator's wallet.
Yep.
You know, the creator's wallet of the Fame token, I put everything in liquidity pools. So
Hmm.
that represent now I don't know the number, but that's the liquidity pool token. That will be managed by the DAO, the Fame DAO.
Nice. Okay.
So the voting power is to manage this treasury. So you can give uh, any amount to anyone based on your voting power, and the voting power has some settings. If you hold Fame for a longer period of time, you have more power.
Yep.
If you vote frequently, you have more power. So we automated that, and now we are launching. We will launch on testnet this month to try it out and to check again. And if it works, we will put it directly accessible from the Fame app. So from the chat, you will be able to vote on what to do with the money. And we are not creating that. I actually went to talk to the people who created those systems. It's
Yep.
called Vikoba in
Okay.
Kenya, Village Community Banking.
Okay.
And in Western Africa, in French Western Africa, it's called Tontine. So it's two African systems of treasury management.
Okay.
So what I did, I automated it with the Fame coin. So the Fame token will be used as a governance token in those kind of African investment funds,
Okay.
treasury management. So it's if you check on Vicoba online or Tontine in French online, you will see how it works. Everybody puts a little bit, and then the money can go out only democratically
Oh.
or on a churn. Like,
Hmm.
and then there is this debate on who gets the money. Like, let's say we put $10 each as a group of 10.
Yep.
We have $100, and then this $100, it's your turn this month to get it, so you can invest. So this is pre-banking. This is the ancestor of banks. Like
So
that's the best
it's
way.
more, it's community led, kind of in that real sense of the ethos of crypto, peer to peer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's community. It's not peer to peer really. It's like community
Community group.
decision.
Yep.
You
Okay.
have to make a decision. Like the default decision is a round that doesn't change. Like your turn, my turn, your turn.
Okay.
So everybody will. They say eat. Everybody will eat means they will get the $100. But you can also negotiate to come first or to come second or to, and then but you pay a fee to the bank to
Okay.
the
And then
treasury.
that fee goes into the group pot.
Exactly. The pool. So
Yep.
the pool is managed by the community, but it's paid by the community. And the pool grows by the people because of the people wanting to come first or to come before their time.
Yep.
And that grows an investment fund. So the Fame DAO is the automated version of that we want to give to the people in Kenya, or like we have the community there in Tanzania, Nigeria, and I'm working also in Morocco. I started working with Morocco as well, like farmers in Morocco to promote their products, and of course France and Brazil. We're still looking into it because it's a very different situation,
Ah,
and they are banked, so they don't really need crypto per se.
okay, okay.
It's better for unbanked country, like where there is a lot of unbanked people in the farming industry. But yeah, we will go back to Brazil as well for uh, just for the ethos of reconnecting the farmer and the producer, like in
Yeah,
France.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. One day we're gonna get with you in Brazil and for sure Tanzania.
you need
Uh,
to come to Tanzania. It's a
Tanzania,
paradise.
yeah, I got to, man. I've been wanting to go there my whole life. Tanzania, I do
Really.
want to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. I'm not
Ooh,
sure though.
that's a lot. That's a lot. Like it's not
Yeah,
something you just do
that's
like
why I
this.
said I'm not sure. You know.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Don't be sure. People die there.
Yeah, I do want to see it though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's beautiful.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
Can you tell the folks where to find you in the Fame app? So, and I'll put the information in the description of the
Oh,
video.
awesome.
Yep.
So basically, what I recommend the people, like, we can build a growing community directly in the Fame app.
Yep.
That's what we're trying to do. We don't need to go to other social media. We can, of course, but I think what I'm trying to do, I'm not so active as before, Twitter, etc., because I think growing the Fame community within the Fame app, anybody can find it. You just type Fame on Android. It's on mainnet now, so you can just show it to your local farmer,
Yep.
tell him that he can accept payments. Of course, he will need to take charge of his taxes himself, and but he can accept payments in crypto directly. And there is two ways. It's a custodial for people who don't understand blockchain, and
Yep.
it's also a non-custodial wallet. So we were working with MyAlgo, but obviously we stopped. And now we are switching to Para. So you will be able to connect with Para to show it to your local farmer and to pay with your algos, USDC, USDT, or Fame if you want. Or maybe
Excellent.
Coop one day. Maybe we're gonna add Coop into it. Yeah, that
Man,
would be
they
cool.
would go crazy for that one.
Maybe I should actually. That would
Yeah.
be cool.
Yeah. Good
Maybe
idea.
I will add Coop to the, but it's too volatile for the farmer. I don't
Yeah,
want
yeah, yeah.
people
You
to
need,
get it too.
yeah. And that's why I do like the stable coins. You get the
Yeah,
consistency. At
yeah.
this point, even algo's a little volatile. It's all good.
Yeah, it's dropping. Algo is dropping a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. All right, below, you got any words of wisdom out there you just want to give out to my audience?
Oh, actually, I think we need to build a sense of community. I know everybody's not compatible, but I hate some people in the Algorand community. Let's be honest,
Yes, don't
but
we all?
yeah, we need to rebuild everything. The community, get together, listen to each other, and I think listening skills are the most important skills we can have in our lives. That's the wisdom sentence.
Well, that's what they say. You get two ears, so you can listen double time, watch double time, but only speak once.
Yeah.
So it's true. I agree. All right, Bilal, thank
Thank you
you.
so much, my
It's
friend.
been a pleasure to stay afterwards a little bit. I'm gonna do my outro, slide you off the screen.
Awesome. Take care, my friend.
Yes. Hey, listen up. We had Bilal with Algorand Fame, Algo Fame. Make sure you really go check out the app, download it, especially if you have the Android. And for all the farmers out there, all the crypto enthusiasts, go get it. Send that a retweet. You know what I mean? Let people know this is happening. We're gonna continue to bring Bilal on over the years, and we're gonna follow this project. I love the developments, and I'm excited. We're gonna go to Tanzania one of these days and go hit the field and do some farming. I'll drop a video when we do it. But again, see Will with the Passive Income Network. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Until the next one, I'm gone. Peace.